There we go.
You are live.
Woohoo! Oh boy.
Let's
We were so civil before we went live. Let's see how long we can keep it going.
right. We were so civil. This song, I realized that I meant to update it again, and I didn't do an update. So it's the same old, but oldie but a goodie. Here it is.
Kind of like us.
Patrons, what do you know? Hopefully more than Dustin knows. Patrons, what do you know? Hopefully more than Dustin knows.
Aha. Thank you, Bodie. Thank you, Bodie. Thank you, Bodie.
Thank you, Bodie, who's not named after a Point Break character, by the way.
No, for
He's
everyone
not.
wondering, he's not named after that.
Wait, can you just be honest and you can just tell us now? I mean, you've been living this lie like he's not, but
No, but this is 100%
but honestly,
truth.
Okay.
This is truth. I was hiking with my wife, and we were thinking of names, and I threw out Dalton because I'm like, if we're gonna do Bodie, we could do. How about Dalton from Roadhouse? That's pretty cool. But we didn't
Wait, so
go with
she
Dalton.
said Bodie and you said Dalton? That's how the
No,
conversation
I think
went?
we were talking about Bodie, and then I'm like, Dalton could be a cool name, and I don't remember what she said, but we didn't go with Dalton, obviously.
Right. You just stopped, you blocked her out probably at that point.
Yeah.
I was talking to Myra, and I'm pushing for, if we have a boy, I want his name to be Magnus. And I kind of threw that's a strong German
that's a good
name.
name.
And I threw it out there, and I was like, she's never going to go for it. And I saw the crack in her armor, and I just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And now she's like, okay, we can go with Magnus. And when he gets older, we can call him Ultra Magnus.
Do you have something to announce right now?
No, I don't.
Okay,
yeah.
I thought you were letting.
Are you expecting?
No,
Is this breaking news?
no, not currently. We are trying,
exclusive.
though, but
Okay.
not expecting currently.
You're trying, you're not expecting,
Right.
you are naming.
There you go. It's kind of
If it's a boy.
put it out there into the universe, you know.
If it's a boy, Ultra Magnus.
Ultra
There you
Magnus.
go.
Got it. Okay.
But hey, it's my show. It is my show. This is Patrons. What do you know? I'm the host.
I'm the host. I'm the host, man.
And Dustin is taking on patron, friend, co-host of Podcasting After Dark with yours truly, and of course the crossover series that we do annually. Corey, Sleazy C, Little Corey Gory, Sweet Sexy. No, I'm Sweet Sexy.
Yeah, you're Zach the Snack.
No,
Come on.
that's me. Wait a
That's
minute.
me. Beautiful, bodacious Corey.
That's my nickname.
Corey, thanks for joining us on Patrons. What do you know?
Of course, guys. Thanks for having me on. I love supporting the show, and you guys are my friends. So even though Dustin and I have never really met properly, but hopefully that'll change this year at some point. Although I think didn't we meet at some point? Was it the They Live screening or something back in the day?
It was the They Live screening.
Oh.
That I think that's the first time you guys met.
With
That's the one I had an emotional meltdown afterwards because life was just pretty rough, and I
It
don't
was time
remember
for you to move up
much.
north.
Yeah, I don't remember much from that screening. All I remember was Zach was very kind to me, even though I was a giant asshole that day.
Wow, this is interesting. I don't. What's his face? Did the concert?
Alan Howarth
Alan
did a
Howarth.
concert beforehand. Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So we were all privy to that.
Yep.
Was there a meal that happened beforehand?
There was. Corey did not join us for
Yeah,
that.
but Myra and I showed up, I think, at the screening, so like probably right when it was about to start. And I remember the Alan Howarth concert, although, God, I wish I see it now, because after doing Carpenter Factor for a year and a half, I have so much more of an appreciation for Alan Howarth than I did at the time. So that kind of also, unfortunately, sort of went past me. You know, I wish I would like to see him again in concert, I should say.
Yeah, nice little shout out to Podcasting After Dark's Patreon. We have a Patreon over there too, if you're so inclined and you're interested. There's a lot of crossover.
And we know
between
there's a lot of similarities between the two.
But we have breaking news. We have a patron who just signed up today at the highest tier, right, Dustin?
Oh,
her name
yes.
is Sylvia Achatz. I hope I'm saying your last name correctly, Sylvia. I apologize.
Probably
if I'm
not. You're probably not. But
Probably not. From
Welcome to the
Germany.
party, pal.
from
Welcome to the party, pal.
Germany, where Corey wants to name his children, his future children from.
I'm 50% German, so Sylvia, welcome
Yeah.
to $2 late fee, and maybe you'll find your way to Pad's
and
Patreon as
How
well.
dare you?
And I think
How
that
dare you trying to poach our listeners?
I think that Magnus. I mean, Magnus. Is it? It's not exclusively German, right? It's because I know Swedish. There's
Maybe,
a lot
yeah. I think it's probably that whole area over there,
Yeah.
type of thing.
Isn't it?
But
Yeah. Okay.
we were watching that show Dark, and one of the characters' name was Magnus, and I was like, "Oh, that's a strong name. I like that one."
Would you consider naming your child Marion?
Marion,
Yes.
for a guy or a girl?
As in Marion Cobretti from the movie Cobra.
very ready.
Can I just have a hot take on Cobra? I'm not the biggest fan.
Whoa.
I actually watched it recently, and I'm not the biggest fan. But I do love Brian Thompson.
Well, that you teed it up. So first of all, thank you, Sylvia, for signing up for Patreon. She's at the highest tier, which means she's going to get a mix CD, which will be personally introduced by Dustin and myself. Everybody who signed up to that level knows how radical it is. Corey may know how radical it is as well for other reasons, but we'll get to that later. Maybe we won't. But Sylvia, thank you.
I love the ticker. Thank you for that, Dustin.
That seems vague. Maybe you will, maybe you won't.
Well, no, I
Maybe
feel like
you will, maybe.
I think
I have
Corey,
a mixtape. You gave me a mixtape way
I
back
did. We yes, I worked it out with Corey. Yes.
then.
I worked it out with Corey.
I think this was before you guys even had a Patreon.
I
Right.
make mix CDs for a very select few.
For all of your lovers
Yes.
and friends.
But Sylvia, you're going to get one. She's probably like, well, not now.
She's like, cancel subscription.
No, don't. No. Maybe we'll get Paul to record something for you too. Paul London, who's the newest addition to $2 late fee, Territory Marks.
Oh, yeah. Yep. We can pay
But
Paul for
we
that.
are playing a trivia game. Dustin is 0 for what, 4 now? 0 for 5, I think.
I'm not really sure because the game, has sort of evolved. This started as What Does Dustin Know? It was a one-on-one situation. I did fair since it's become its current incarnation, which is what patrons What Do You Know? Performed by Bodie Shaver.
My son.
I have. I've not won. I've not won.
You've not won.
This is episode 4 today. So I am 0 for 3. Yes.
Yeah, this could be the one, though. So, Corey, you're not familiar with this game, but I'm going to go over the rules really quick and then go over what the topics are going to be today. The game goes like this. We'll have a traditional coin toss, but in this case, a cassette toss. And the cassette toss we're using today is the soundtrack to Cobra.
Don't break it if it lands on the floor.
No, trust me, I got this. We're recording this episode the end of May. We just wrapped up in April. Sorry, we wrapped up in May, April Fool's Day, and next month, June, which is in a couple days, we'll be dropping the Cobra episode. So there's no proper soundtrack for April Fool's Day. That's why I'm using the Cobra soundtrack. There's side 1 and side 2.
I'm so glad that I gave Cobra such a glowing review.
Well,
as you're like, hey, we're gonna drop our Cobra episode soon.
No, you're gonna be. I think it's a good one to listen to because Dustin and I have differing opinions and similar opinions at times.
Okay.
There's a lot to talk about in this episode. A lot to unpack. But the way it's gonna work is
I'm not kind to it. I'm not kind, by the way.
No, he's not. But
I'm fair, but I'm not kind.
You're not brutal on it.
Yeah. No, I'm fine.
You're not a brutal master.
Have you ever seen Balls of Fury, by the way, Dustin? Balls of Fury?
Absolutely. I saw it in the theater.
Are you kidding?
No, Balls of the ping pong?
Yes, I love that movie.
Yeah.
I love when he goes, time has not been kind to you. I will not be kind to you. That movie's an underrated gem. But anyway, sorry.
It is.
It was like an ear tick. I had to kind of say it.
Some great Christopher Walken.
Fantastic.
This is gonna be our longest trivia ever because
we're going for 2 hours.
So each contestant. So the way it's gonna work is whoever wins the tape toss will get the first question. And if you get that question correct, we'll go to the next challenger who will get a new question. However, if the first contestant doesn't get the first question correct, that question goes to the next contestant. Does that make sense, guys?
Yep.
Okay.
Because they have a chance to steal if you don't get it right. Okay.
Exactly. And today's questions will focus around April Fool's Day, Cobra, and May and June of 1986.
Okay.
Okay. So
I have not seen April Fool's Day in a long time, but I loved that movie when I was a kid, and I had one summer where I think I watched it like 8 times one summer that I just like, I loved it for that period of time. I do want to pick up the Shout Select Blu-ray, but I have not had a chance to yet.
I highly recommend it. We talked about it a little bit on the episode. Obviously, we covered April Fool's Day. We interviewed Deborah Goodrich Royce, who plays Nikki in April Fool's Day. She's also Deborah in Just One of the Guys. That was our featured guest. Next month's guest in June, well, it's someone related to Cobra, connected to Cobra. Listen to the episode to find out. If you're a patron, which you are right now, you know exactly who it is ahead of time because we already asked the questions to the guy, the guest who we'll have on the show. But Corey, you get to pick. Do you want side 1 or side 2 of the Cobra soundtrack? Would you like to know some of the tracks?
Yes, good. You read my mind. It's almost like we've been doing this for 4 years. Give me a couple tracks on each.
Here, guys.
Okay,
Just
so-
wanted to show everybody.
Yeah.
This is terrible quality. If I had only done shift, extend, drag, but it's just a small quality screenshot. All right.
Okay, so on side 1, some of the artists are John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band singing "Voice of America's Sons," "Feel the Heat" by Jean Bevois, the Love Theme from Cobra by Gladys Knight and Bill Medley, and "Hold On to Your Vision" by Gary Wright. There's also a track on here by Sylvester LeVay. Sylvester LeVay is the guy who did the theme song for Airwolf.
I'll take Airwolf for 500, please.
Okay, all right. So you're going to go with side
that
1.
is on. Which one?
Side two had Miami Sound Machine, Robert Tepper of Rocky IV fame, and Bill Medley and Carmine Twilly, 2 into 1.
Well, I was an Airwolf fan as a kid, so I'll take side A.
All right, here you go. Okay, so I'm going to flip the tape. Let's see what happens.
And it shatters.
Side 1 wins.
Was
All right.
that's side A?
Side A, yes.
Okay. That's the same
Side
thing.
A, sorry.
Here we go. You can see this shows nothing.
Is that mine?
Yep. Got it. Just took that over your shoulder. Snuck out of the door. Open the door. real quick.
Okay.
When you rewatch this later, you'll see me come out of the door. And shoot over your shoulder.
You got to come out of that back door back there.
Yep.
Back there.
I'm always waiting for
or
that
on
day
your
that
screen,
thing
point the
slowly
other way.
opens.
Yeah,
That
this way.
Yep.
Okay, Corey.
There it is.
Corey. Brigitte Nielsen stars in Cobra with Sylvester Stallone. Correct?
Sure.
She plays
Sure.
Ingrid. Okay.
That's the question. Great.
No.
Yes,
Answer,
I win.
Winner. Okay. Oh, sorry. First
layup.
person to 5 points wins by the Fae. By the Fae?
By the Fae.
By the
Okay.
Fae.
By the Fae of Tina.
Okay, Corey. Name 3 films, not including Cobra. Name 3 films that Brigitte Nielsen has starred in.
God.
Rocky IV, Red Sonja, and Beverly Hills Cop.
Is that your final answer?
Shit, is that Beverly Hills Cop 2? No, it's Beverly Hills Cop, right? No, it's Beverly Hills Cop 2. Shit. Beverly Hills Cop. I'm just gonna stick with that.
I'm sorry, but you only got 2 out of the 3. Dustin, would you like to steal? Dustin?
It's so better when it's Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Beverly Hills Cop 2. I'm
Craps.
sorry.
But
I have to be a stickler.
But I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I would have also accepted Bye Bye Baby from 1988. Domino from 1988. Put that on your list, Corey. 976 Evil Part 2. Mission of Justice. The 00 Kid. Chained Heat Part 2.
What?
And
this is a lot of
Creed
movies.
2.
And Creed 2.
You would have accepted
'cause
Creed 2.
Yes, because she does have a small role in
Yeah.
Creed 2.
But the question was, what did she star in?
Well, star is, I guess I need to be more specific on that.
Just has a role in, I think.
Right. It's like, what has she ever appeared in?
Okay, well, Dustin gets that point and Corey does not. So, Dustin,
did.
you got that point. I'm going to go back to Corey for the next question. Question number 2. Name 3 Sylvester Stallone movies that spawned sequels.
Okay. Rambo, Rocky, and Demolition Man, Cliffhanger. Jesus, this is actually interesting.
I'm good at this.
Obviously Rambo. We'll call it First Blood. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Jesus, Copland.
He's
no.
a stickler, so that's the problem.
Wow. What the fuck?
And for this, he has to have had one of the lead roles.
Oh.
I
wow.
never even thought about this. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a good question, isn't it?
That's a very good question.
Thank you.
I'm just buying time as I'm scanning through my Rolodex of fucking Sylvester Stallone movies, and he's done a million fucking Rockies and a million fucking Rambos.
Are you standing in front of?
I'm
a
just.
shelf-
I'm
a
also. I
shelf
want to
of
shout.
Sylvester Stallone movies.
Let everyone know they're not looking at IMDb. They're not looking at anything on the browser.
Hands
It's
up.
all good. It's all good.
Hands up.
This is legit.
I literally can't even. Tango and Cash only had one. Fuck. Judge Dredd only had one because you can't count Dredd. That was something else.
Yep.
Holy crap. Good. You know what? Good question,
question.
man. I am 100% stumped on it. And I'm not even going to throw out something because I don't want Dustin to get it.
Okay, Dustin, can you steal this?
The Expendables.
Correct.
Fuck.
Ding 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 ding.
Hate those fucking movies. God
I would
damn
have
it, I
also
didn't even think
accepted
about
Escape Plan with
Oh,
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I've seen that. There's 2 of those fucking things.
it.
Yep.
Fucking Expendables. I
And
think those movies are
technically,
trash.
I would have accepted Creed and Creed 2 because Creed is not a sequel.
Technically,
to Rocky.
I wouldn't have accepted that.
Well,
Because
you
that's
didn't get it.
Rocky. But either way,
All right,
Dustin,
well,
okay,
That's
buddy,
hilarious.
you're doing good. I'm trying, man. I'm actually trying.
I know,
but,
and you know what? I'm loving this so far. I hope
I'm
you
very
appreciate
surprised.
the questions.
I'm very surprised at how everything's going.
Okay,
too.
so
And I'm stone cold sober.
I'm like
too.
the Miami Heat, I get up early and go ahead 3-0.
question number 3 goes back to Corey. Corey, in 1986, Queen's album "It's a Kind of Magic" came out in June of '86.
It's kind of
That film had songs featured in 2 movies. Tell me the names of the
what
2
film?
movies.
What film? Oh, what? Okay, what movies? Those. From
They
the
had
so-
songs from "It's a Kind of Magic," A Kind of Magic, in films. Tell me the 2 films that featured those Queen songs.
those, Wayne's World being one. Wait, did they come? Are you saying they came out in '86, or are you just saying that album came out in '86, and then two movies used songs from it, right?
Songs from "A Kind of Magic's" album. Yes.
Right, but the movies didn't come out in '86.
Well, I can't talk about
Okay.
that.
Okay. Well,
Can't
first off,
speak to that.
I'll just say that I was 8 years old in 1986, and second off, I'll say that I've never been a big Queen fan. So I will say Wayne's World, and then I will say, trying to think of another. Oh, Highlander.
All right, so you got one correct.
Yeah, I got
in
Highlander correct.
Highlander. And
Yeah.
that did come out in '86 as well.
Okay.
But you are partially incorrect. So go ahead and play the bumper.
Oh, sorry. It's not always a. Okay.
Jesus.
Dustin, can you finish that off?
There's no winning song in here. I've been remiss. Finish it off.
Finish me off.
Whoa.
It's tough. Don't be gross. It's tough because
We're an all-ages show.
I want to say Flash Gordon, but I think that was an exclusive. But that's my guess.
Okay, that's your final answer?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect as well.
Where's
Play
the
it.
thing? Where's the thing? Where's the thing? Where's the thing?
Unfortunately, yeah. So, Corey, you are correct. Highlander did feature a couple songs, one of them being It's a Kind of Magic. And the other film was 1986's Iron Eagle
Oh, it's always Iron Eagle.
with
I
One
should
Vision.
know better.
One Vision was also on that album.
All roads lead back to Iron Eagle.
Yeah, I would
They
not
do.
have thought that album was the album though.
A Kind of Magic. That was the album I saw Queen on tour with. It was one of my first concerts I ever saw Freddie Mercury on stage.
When I was a kid, I probably watched Iron Eagle more than Top Gun, but on the same token, I haven't seen it in like 35 years.
Well-
It didn't make it out of the 80s for me.
I'm here to tell you, I think Iron Eagle is a better movie than Top Gun.
Yeah, I'm here to tell you that I've never been a big fan of Top Gun, and I'd rather watch Days of Thunder.
Agreed and agreed.
Yeah,
I think we talked
saw-
about that on our latest episode of Podcasting
We
After
did.
Dark that everyone
We
should
did.
check out. Okay, so
Check
it's
out
back.
Days of Thunder
We talked about Days of Thunder being a better movie
being a
than
better
Top
movie
Gun.
than Top Gun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It is.
Yeah,
Okay, so it goes back to Corey.
because
So
Cole
what-
goes
what's
on.
this-
Cole goes on the inside, right? He takes the inside. No, he goes the outside. He takes
Cole
the outside
triple?
lane.
Yeah,
He goes
Culture
to the
was
outside.
outside.
Yeah, he goes outside.
Really quick, what's the score we got for
The
Corey
score
and
is
Dustin?
is 0-2.
I thought it was 3.
Okay.
I thought you got 3 of them.
No, we neither of us scored.
Oh,
in that last question. That was a third question.
Okay.
But I was speaking like I was up 3-0 because I was using a metaphor. I was using a metaphor of that wasn't in fruition yet. So much like you naming a child that doesn't exist, I was like,
There you
well, I go up, but I was trying to make like the go up three games to nothing in a 7-game series. Anyway, yeah.
No. Corey, it's back to you. This question is well, it's connected to April Fool's Day. Okay. So in April Fool's Day, Clayton Rohner stars in that, along with Deborah Foreman from Valley Girl fame.
which I just watched for the first time this weekend.
Oh, that's right, you did. And we talked about one song being a little not
Yeah, a
woke.
little not.
Johnny,
not
are
very
you
woke.
queer? Johnny, are you
Yes.
queer boy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Johnny, are you queer?
Yeah.
Yep,
I was.
doesn't go
Yeah.
over.
My wife and I loved the movie, but when that song came on, we were like, "Huh. Okay. All right. It's of its time, I guess."
Well, she's just asking. You know, she's into Johnny, and he's just like not into her. So she's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Wish I had that song. We play it right now.
So Clayton Rohner and
Yes.
Deborah Foreman starred in another movie together back in
April Fool's
1988.
Day.
The movie is called Destroyer. Deborah Foreman, Clayton Rohner, and Anthony Perkins starred in this film together. They played alongside this is the question, guys. This is the question.
Jesus Christ.
Am I losing you?
Go for it.
Well, because you know what it is? It's like you're framing it like a question where you pause and we think that that's going to be the question, but then you just say another part. You're like, instead of going, what was the name of that movie? You're like, Destroyer was the name of that movie. Anthony Hopkins was in that. Who else was with him? Anthony Edwards, that was who was with him. And, you're just kind of answering your own questions.
I'm getting
and
that
taking us-
again there.
Wait, is
Building
Destroyer
up.
the one with the guy that we liked from that wrestling show?
Hold
by-
on,
up
hold
by the
on.
ropes?
Wait till I
Okay.
ask my question, please. So this is my question. Oh my gosh. 1988,
I'm
Destroyer
never
with
allowed on again.
Clayton Rohner, Deborah Foreman, Anthony Perkins, a.k.a. Norman Bates. It was a shocker/horror show-esque type film that starred a popular football player. Was it A, are you ready? Was it A, John Matusak, B, Lyle Alzado, or C, O.J. Simpson?
Lyle Alzado.
Correct. Ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding.
Yeah, and I know that because of By the Ropes, the TV show we covered on TV Obscura.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see Destroyer, but I have not seen it yet.
It's worth watching. It's on Tubi. Shout out to Tubi.
Excellent. Shout out to Tubi. Tubi doesn't need your shout outs.
No, they don't.
Listen,
They're doing.
Tubi's blowing up, man.
They are
Tubi's
doing
getting big these
just
days.
fine. Okay.
Well done.
Yeah, well done. Well done indeed. Well done indeed. Okay, back to Dustin. Dustin, In June of 86, the National Basketball Association had their draft. I'm going to give you a list of 3 names. I want you to tell me which name was drafted number 1 in 1986. Here are your choices. Kenny Walker, Ron Harper, or Brad Daugherty.
I think 1986 was Brad Daugherty.
Ding, 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 ding. Correct. He was drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers, number 1, 1986.
Semi-bust.
Semi-bust. Len Bias was drafted number 2. Thoughts on Len Bias?
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, yep.
You didn't say it, so I had to.
I was waiting for you.
I don't know why you didn't say it. It's your job.
He died of a heart attack, right?
On the court.
Yeah, on the court.
Terrible.
Drafted by the Boston Celtics. Yep.
Terrible. Yep.
Chris Washburn. Thoughts on Chris Washburn?
Why are you saying Chris Washburn?
He was drafted number 3.
Oh, number 3. I have no thoughts on him.
Chuck Person.
He's a person.
Yeah.
And Kenny Walker. What's your thoughts on Kenny
Kind of
Walker?
a weird draft.
Those are your top 5.
Kenny Walker was
Those are your
good.
top 5.
Yeah. I mean,
John Sally and Johnny Dawkins were selected 10 and 11.
10 and 11. Johnny Dawkins for the Sixers?
San Antonio Spurs. And
Spurs.
John Sally for the Detroit Pistons.
Okay. Yep. Sally stayed there. Yeah, I mean, it's not one of the deepest draft classes.
It was not.
Not
a very good year for a basketball draft.
But
all right, but you're on the board. You're up 3-1. Oh my gosh. Okay, well we're going back to Corey.
Yes.
This question is from April Fool's Day. It's a quote, and I want you to finish the quote. I'm going to give you some options. Okay. All right. So, in the movie April Fool's Day, Harvey, who's played by Jay Baker, he's kind of he refers to himself as like a Okie or like a country boy kind of thing, right? He's having a discussion with Nikki, played by Deborah Goodrich, about Muffy, played by Deborah Foreman. And he says, "You know what I find amazing? Muffy's her real name. I mean, my name's Harvey, but they call me Hal. So I figure Muffy must stand for something. Muffin? Question mark. Nikki fires off a few names. Give me one of those names.
I'm not getting an A, B, C, or D.
I will give you an ABC. Okay.
oh my God. This question.
Here are your choices.
This question.
Muffster, Muff, or Muff Child.
I'm gonna go with. I think Muffster is probably too modern. Wait, you made up 2 of the 3 names, right? You made up 2 of them?
Yeah, I made up 2 of the.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think Muffster is too modern. I think Muff. I'm trying to get the time. What's the third one? What's the third
Muff Child.
one? Muff Child. I don't see you coming up with that, so I'm gonna go with Muff Child.
Muff Child is correct. Your other choices were Muffo,
Oh my God.
Muffin Stuff,
Oh my
and then
God.
Harvey came back with Muff Dive.
Oh my God.
I do need to watch that movie again.
What an amazing
very soon.
question.
Thank you. I'll take full credit for that.
I like that that Corey was just like, I don't see you being creative. Muff Child.
Muffster, no.
Muff Child.
Muff. That's too.
Muff.
It's actually like, let me just use the same word twice.
Yeah, pretty much.
Muff.
Muff Child's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Okay, Dustin, in the movie Cobra, according to Marion Cabretti, what name is tougher than Marion?
Sylvester.
What name is tougher than Marion?
What name is tougher than Marion?
Cobra.
Wrong. Corey?
Nothing.
Play it, Dustin. Play it.
Yeah. I make Corey wait every time. I got to scroll down to find the.
Yeah, I'm gonna have.
What name is tougher than Marion?
Yes,
Nothing is tougher than Marion. No name is tougher than.
Alice.
That's why I hate that movie.
What was the this? I don't even remember. I must have been asleep for this part. What was the who was he talking to?
He's talking to Ingrid. I believe it's the scene when she reveals that she knows his name. His first name being Marion.
I think I definitely kind of nodded off for a minute.
He says, the direct quote is, I always wanted to have a tougher one myself. You know, a little harder name. And Ingrid goes, it's like what? And he goes, Alice.
Now, is that part of the humor? That did you laugh when that happened?
I mean, I think you're supposed to laugh.
Yeah.
Really quick, a little tease for our upcoming episode. A little tease for our upcoming episode, Corey. Dustin and I both kind of, whether or not Stallone lives in a world of his own humor, like he thinks things are funny to him, thus it's funny to everyone else in his opinion.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that?
Okay. I can see that, especially after watching Tango and Cash. I'm not a big fan of that one either. I don't think the humor in that one is well realized. I don't think Sylvester Stallone is very good at humor, to be honest with you.
No, I don't.
You know what? I take it back. Demolition Man was good. He had good humor in that. It must be the director. It must be somebody actually like focusing him or something, because I don't ever think back and like, oh, Sylvester Stallone's made some funny movies, because don't shoot her, don't stop her, my mom will shoot. That was a riot, a laugh riot.
Oof.
In Tango and Cash, I just remember like, shame, don't you know ponytails are out this season?
Yeah.
It's the only thing that I can. I mean, I enjoyed that movie though. I do.
Demolition Man?
No, Tango and Cash.
Oh, Tango. I think Kurt Russell is good in it, but I think Kurt Russell is good in anything he's in.
Yeah.
And
Even
I think
Elvis, even the Elvis movie.
Even the Elvis
Yeah.
movie. I think that's the only reason why that movie
Yeah.
survives is because of Kurt Russell.
Yeah. Seriously.
And Terry Hatcher.
Tango and Cash. Yeah.
Tango and Cash. Cash and Tango.
Kiki.
Yeah, Kiki. Okay, so back to Corey. It's
Wait,
another
what's the score
Cobra.
now? Is it 4-1 or?
Stand by. The score is 3-2.
3-2.
All right.
3-2.
You can tie it up with this one. All right. You're not a huge fan of Cobra, but this is a Cobra question, a Cobra-esque question. A film director, a modern film director, was so influenced and such a huge fan of Cobra in one of his most memorable and popular films. The main character features a toothpick throughout. The actor who plays this character would continue on to wear a toothpick in his mouth kind of habit from Cobra. Tell me either the name of the movie that it is in, the name of the director, or the actor who plays the character.
So they liked Cobra so much.
They paid homage.
And it's a modern movie.
It's
right?
a modern movie. The opening scene of the film, the star borrowed the character's toothpick habit from Cobra.
Okay, but if it's modern, are we talking 2000s plus?
Yes.
Or?
Yes.
Okay, and it's like a mainstream movie. Type
Very
of thing?
much mainstream.
Everyone's seen. Okay.
Either tell me the director, the movie, or the actor.
I can't even visualize any of it.
Man.
Actor has a toothpick in their mouth throughout the entire thing. I wanted to say Snake Plissken, but that's way too in the past. So that's not my answer. Modern tough guy type of movie. I'm assuming he's trying to channel like a cop probably type of scenario. I'm just sort of talking it out in my head. I mean, if I can't even visualize any of it, I don't know how to pull out the director or the actor's name. Modern movie with a toothpick in their mouth. I'm sure you'll say it, and I'll be like, "Oh, okay." Now I can visualize it, but it's such a broad shotgun of a question. I can't even have a toothpick in their mouth.
Dustin, do you have any thoughts?
So we can name The director?
You can name the director if you know it. Yep.
Because
But
I want to say
guarantee you-
Quentin Tarantino.
You got to know the movie. You can't say Quentin
No,
Tarantino.
I just say
No, you can say,
and
you
have
can say
his
the
entire
director,
catalog.
say
you
the
know what I mean?
director, the actor, or the movie.
I call BS on that.
Yeah,
if you
that's
say the
that-
director. You
right.
gotta know
Like specificity is important here, but I
you
feel
know, hey,
like
John. I'll just say John Carpenter. Maybe it's one of James Cameron. Maybe it's one of his movies.
Okay.
No, nah, I call bullshit on that one. You got to know the movie. Got to know the
Okay.
movie.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
well, it's a loaded question. But I was just thinking of Pulp Fiction with Bruce Willis.
Well, you would be wrong.
Okay.
And Corey, you don't have an answer?
No.
Okay. It is Nicholas Winding Refn's Drive.
Oh, fuck.
And, of course, Ryan Gosling
Ryan
playing
Gosling.
the lead character. He had a toothpick featured throughout in his mouth.
Good.
And that was an homage to Cobra.
Yep, that's a great call, man. That's actually, I like that. That was a good question.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. See, I came back. Okay, so neither of you got that. We're going to go
Right.
with Corey for the next question.
And so just to follow up on that, Corey, like that question was designed so like Nicholas Winding, he didn't do that many movies, so it would really be if I guessed him.
Only God Forgives,
Right,
the Neon Demon, and
But it's-
Valhalla Rising.
Right, so it's not like. So even if I had an idea of like it's one of his movies,
Yeah,
I feel like I'd still be in the ballpark
Yeah.
because I
Maybe,
don't think that
maybe.
those characters. I don't know.
yeah. I still think if that for something like that, I think the movie name or the actor himself, is the right way to go.
I don't disagree. I just
Not to critique your question, Zach.
All
like
right.
I do the memes you send.
But I would edit it this way. Yeah.
Again, I'm never invited back on. Again.
Never. No. So back to Corey for the next question. Corey, this is a video game question. Okay.
Oh, perfect.
In June of '86, a video game was released. An arcade game was released, and it later went on to come onto the Nintendo Entertainment System, but it was not officially licensed. And they pulled it pretty quickly because the audience was, well, I'm just going to tell you the plot of the game, and I want you to tell me the name of the game, okay?
Okay.
In this game, the title player takes on the role of an unseen torturer who must maim, mutilate, and murder restrained non-player characters in a variety of dungeon settings.
Yeah, I know that game.
I can't believe this game actually came out. I'm going to
Yeah.
give you 3 choices of titles, okay?
Yeah. Yep.
Is
I know
it?
exactly this game?
Chiller, Thriller, or Killer?
Chiller.
Correct.
Yeah, I've never played it in the arcade, but I was mesmerized by it when I watched it. And you gotta, people are hanging and you shoot their arms off and stuff like that.
Yeah, this game is disgusting. So the
It
game
is.
consists of 4 main levels: the torture chamber, the rack room, the haunted house hallway, and the graveyard.
and the graphics are trash, but at
Yeah.
the same time, at the time, it was.
I don't know
Yeah.
if you could see that, but
Yep. That's exactly the image that was in my
wow.
head. Yep.
Chiller. It was
Chiller.
not received, shocker, it was not received well
No,
in the
not at
United
all.
States because arcade owners refused to purchase it.
Not the arcade I went to.
My God. It was released on NES, I guess, at one point. It was a light gun shooter. You used the light gun for it. Anyways, the score is tied, I think, 3-3, correct?
Do. Yes.
Okay.
The
Now, do we have a
links.
tied sound effect?
We do. What do we got? Is this one? Nope, that's not it. We got to work on that.
We'll get there.
We got to work
Budget
on
constraints. But
that. Do you know
thanks
this
to-
song, Corey?
Whoa.
This is in here still.
I was going to say, thanks to our newest Patreon member, Sylvia, well, that may change budget-wise.
Oh, I see. I see. Right. Yes.
I love how you're putting the whole backbone of the show's budget on Sylvia's back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks, Sylvia.
Thanks,
Major
Sylvia.
shout outs tonight.
Thanks, Sylvia.
And by the way, she has an Etsy page. I just want to point out too.
Oh, Zach is stalking our patrons.
Well, no, I mean it's on her profile on
Well,
Instagram.
This is going in a
Totally,
weird direction.
totally
It's
good.
called Moonwalk. She has like
Okay,
cool
this is,
clothing
yeah,
that she
totally-
sells. So check out her
Totally
Etsy page,
normal.
Moonwalk.
Totally
Shout out for Moonwalk.
normal. To
Okay,
stalk
geez.
your patrons.
Trying to be nice.
Pages.
Oh my God.
We don't even
Okay.
know that she has an Instagram page, but you found it. She didn't identify herself. On
Are you ready for
Instagram.
the next question?
Uh,
Okay. In 1984, the band Genesis took a break from their career to go their, quote, separate ways for a while, to record separate albums. Phil Collins obviously went over and recorded his own stuff. Mike and the Mechanics, that was another band that broke off from Genesis. And
real
of
quick,
course,
I didn't know that. Michael and the Mechanics came from Genesis?
yeah, Mike Rutherford is from Genesis.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
cool.
Tony Banks went on to focus on movie soundtracks. He did Quicksilver, of course, and 2010, A Space Odyssey, the sequel to 2001.
There actually is no question here. It's just a little interlude of Genesis
just
facts. Peter Gabriel also went on to do some music.
and
say-
here's next question.
Say
Here's the
anything
question.
is the answer. Yeah.
Jerks. Here's the question.
the jerks
In
were called. They're all out of us.
October of 85, Dustin, the band got back together to
Oh, this is
write
for me?
and
This question?
Yes, this
Okay.
is for you. So
Okay.
get ready.
Okay,
they
I'm
went back, they got back together to write and record an album that came out in June of 86. Tell me the name of that album. It spawned, I believe, 5 top singles.
The name of that album. Is The Land of Confusion.
Incorrect.
Final answer. Okay.
Play it. Play
Oh.
your bumper.
Jesus. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one.
Waiting. Corey, the question goes back to you.
I can feel it in the air tonight. I can feel it coming in the air. I don't know. I have no idea.
Wow. The album is called Invisible Touch.
She seems to have an invisible touch. You
My
see
next-
Zach's a little sad, Corey. He's
I know
sad.
he's very disappointed in us. I'm
so disappointed.
Because he knows Genesis. He knows all the Genesis albums in order.
This is a great
All
The
the
album.
irony
tracks.
is we can sing every song from that album, yet we don't know the name of the album.
The album, of course, had that cool handprint.
Of course, the cool handprint, the invisible
yes.
touch.
Okay, Dustin. So the question goes back to you.
Oh boy.
Zach, did you
tell
write enough
me-
questions for this?
Tell me 2 of the 5 singles that came from that album.
Oh God. Fuck. I mean, the Genesis, film discography is so vast. Invisible Touch is one of them.
Okay.
Uh,
Look at Corey sitting on it. He knows.
Maybe. I've got names. I don't know if they're right.
Against All Odds.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Play it.
That's Phil. That's
Play
just
it.
Phil, right? That's
Play
just
it.
that's just a Phil solo.
Play it. Yep.
I gotta scroll back down because that's the things.
That one should be at the top since we use it so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Corey.
In the Air Tonight? No.
It's
No.
alphabetized.
How about wait?
It's alphabetized.
Susu Sudia.
No.
I will move that up to the top.
So you're both wrong. The top 5 singles that came out of that were Invisible Touch,
Sure.
Throwing It All Away,
Sure.
In Too Deep, Land of Confusion,
Oh, I
Dustin,
fucking
come
said
on.
that shit. Yeah.
and Tonight, Tonight, Tonight.
All great songs. I'm a
And
big
that
Metal
album
Genesis fan.
is
I'm
fantastic.
in too deep.
Oh, you guys are really letting me down.
I know. Dude. You're like, we're coming to the end of the questions. We may have to pause.
No. So, Corey, Oh, no, back to Dustin, I
Yeah,
believe.
no one's won. Yeah, back to Dustin.
All right, back to Dustin. Dustin,
boy.
in 1986,
Oh, boy.
Chuck Norris and the Karate Commandos premiered.
God.
Of the 13 episodes, they all had very unique titles. I'm going to list off 3. I want you to tell me which one is not an actual title of a Chuck Norris episode.
Great.
Dustin, you know how to do this. Get into Zach's mind.
Man, child, muff, moon, baby. Fun
Here
fact.
are your choices.
If it says fun fact, I know Zach wrote it. Fun
Your
fact. From the
choices are
Commandos.
Deadly Dolphin, Terror Train, and Halloween.
Which one is not?
Which one is not a title for a Chuck Norris episode? Deadly Dolphin, Terror Train, and Halloween.
Halloween
That is correct.
Is not a title.
Bum, bum, bum.
I got
ding, ding,
in your head. That's a good question, though.
Thanks. I
Ding. Yeah, that's a good question.
Okay, so Corey, it's 4-3. You can
It's
tie it
4-3.
up with this next question. Okay, you ready for this? It's a
ready.
cartoon. It's another cartoon question. In June of 1986, Nickelodeon premiered a cartoon which focused. I just lost it. No, here it is. Okay. Which focused on an Aztec mythology theme. Tell me the name of this cartoon. It premiered June 30th on Nickelodeon. It was a Japanese cartoon that was, Nickelodeon during this time.
They imported stuff over. I thought a lot of stuff from Canada, like Danger Mouse and
Yes,
whatnot.
Lancelot Lynx,
Yep.
I Spy, a lot of old content. Well, this was a newer cartoon, but this focused on Aztec mythology.
And what
Tell
year?
Me, in 1986, June of
Ah.
86. Please tell me the name of this cartoon.
I didn't have any access to Nickelodeon around that time.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I know. I got it a little bit later. I think like 88 or something like that. Because I do remember watching like You Can't Do This on Television and everything, but I didn't have it early on, and I have zero recollection of an Aztec themed cartoon. So
No?
Dustin, all yours, buddy.
Dustin, do you
Zero,
know the
like,
name of this
not
cartoon?
Even, not even in my head.
This was called Aztec Warriors. I have no idea.
It is The Mysterious. Sorry. It is called The Mysterious Cities of Gold.
Never even heard of it.
Never
Really?
even heard of it.
Never even heard of it.
Focused on these kids who basically were looking for the mysterious cities of gold.
Put that on the TV Obscura
Sounds
list.
awesome.
It's a cool cartoon. It came out around the same time that Spartacus and the Sun Beneath the Sea came out, which we discussed on.
Never heard of it. So you saw all these in real time?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
I watched a lot of TV back in the
Yes.
day.
It's weird because I feel like you've seen every really like random thing. Like
What
if
was
it
that
if it
thing?
aired for 20 minutes, you saw it. And I don't even know how you would even hear about it. Pilots.
What I tag you in today, Zach? Like Jennifer used to live here or something like that.
Yeah, I forget the name of the actor featured in it, but one of them was like Rusty and what's her face's cousin from National Lampoon's Vacation.
Yep. And I tagged Zach in it, and I'm like, have I mean, never even heard of this. He's like, yep, seen it. I'm like, of course, of course.
Yeah. And it was on Nickelodeon in 1986 also? No.
No, it was an NBC show, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
You're like, you guys got to win something soon because I'm running out here.
who are we with? It's
Back
Dustin.
to me, 'cause-
It's back to Corey, right?
yeah, yep.
Okay.
So I can tie it here. All
Corey,
right, come on.
Okay.
Wait, right. When we both lose, it goes back to Corey. Right?
Yes,
yeah.
When it's clean slate, it goes back to the person.
Yes. In May, this is a comic book question, and you're getting no multiple choices.
Okay.
Okay. In May of 1986, issue 319 of The Incredible Hulk, Bruce Banner got married. Who did he get married to?
Betty Ross.
Correct. Look at that. Boom. Boom. That's how you get it done.
Ding, 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 ding.
Wow.
Ding, ding, ding. This
Little Corey Gory.
This is straight up like a Game 7 matchup.
This is impressive.
Because this is it.
This is it, Dustin. You can win with this one, buddy.
Put up
And
that
I won't,
scoreboard,
and I won't,
baby.
but-
Put up that scoreboard. Show
But I won't.
what the
Check it
numbers
out,
are.
everybody. 4-2-4. It's weighted. It's heavy. What was that called? Mysteries of the
Mysterious
Vagina?
Cities of Gold.
Mysterious Cities of Gold.
I love when Zach gets frustrated. It's like, you know what I said, goddammit.
Right. Zach's like, of course you've seen this show. We're like, what in the world?
Okay, so
How have you seen everything? I don't understand.
Dustin, you can win it all right here.
I'm sure I will. Sure I will. I will. I will win it all right here.
According to Box Office Mojo and
Gleam in
the
the cube.
numbers,
Gleam in the cube.
this is a Sylvester Stallone question.
Oh, God.
According to Box Office Mojo and the numbers, what is the top grossing film of all time that Sylvester Stallone has starred in? So he had to have starred in it, not a co-starring role, but lead actor.
The most
highest grossing
successful,
film. Most
highest
successful, highest
grossing
grossing.
Sylvester Stallone film of all time.
This is adjusted with inflation, so it could go through the whole catalog. Which movie do you think out of his entire catalog is the most with inflation?
Successful with
The
inflation?
most successful. The highest grossing, most successful film.
I think it's got to be Rocky. And I think wrong.
Rocky 1? Is that your correct? Is that your answer? I'm just want to clarify.
Yeah.
Okay. Corey, do you have an answer? This is the final question. You're going with Rocky 4. Well, you're both wrong.
Wow. Stand by. I got the thing up here.
It's Rocky. It's Rocky 3.
Rocky 3.
Yep. According to these Box Office Mojo and the number, the $383 million when adjusted for inflation at the worldwide box office.
What was Rocky 3 the one with Mr. T or
Yes.
or was that?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. You know what's funny? I watched that a year ago. I actually kind of really like that one.
Clubber Lang. But
I enjoyed that.
But yeah, but
I really thought it would be, Ivan Drago. Everyone seems to, know that one. That's weird because the fact that it wasn't Rocky 4, then I was not expecting it to be a Rocky movie.
Yeah, the next highest one ranked. The next highest one would be Rambo: First Blood Part 2.
That makes a bit more sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That was a good question though. That was a good one. I like that.
Yeah,
one.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got at least I had a few in there.
That's good.
Okay, so it's
right.
back to Corey.
So, okay, you have more questions or we okay.
This is the tiebreaker.
Oh.
Or do we call it a tie? No, we don't call it a tie.
We've never done that before, but yeah.
Okay, here's the tiebreaker. In June of '86, this is a comic book question.
Okay.
Marvel canceled a very popular comic book series. Issue 36 was its last one. Here are your choices. The Thing. Fantastic Four. Or Power Man and Iron Fist.
It's not Fantastic Four. They went forever. The Thing, Power Man, and Iron Fist is popular. I guess I'm gonna guess Power Man and Iron Fist.
Dustin, what's your answer? Do you have the same?
What's my answer?
The Thing, Fantastic Four, or Power Man and Iron Fist?
Yeah, I was gonna say Power Man and Iron Fist also.
Well, you're both wrong. Power Man and Iron Fist was canceled in September by Marvel. They made it to issue 125.
Oh.
The Thing made it to issue 36.
Wow, really?
Okay.
Yeah, The Thing. Were you a fan of the Thing comic book, Corey?
No.
The Thing just had.
I was a Punisher. I read the Punisher back then almost exclusively. Punisher and X-Men. So like the Reavers, X-Men villain, the Reavers. You saw them in Logan. They were kind of like my favorite villains back then, back in the 80s. But I was mostly reading that, and then I was reading this DC comic book called Haywire. If anyone out there knows what the hell Haywire is, you get props in my book. It was only 13 episode miniseries.
Interesting.
Issue.
What? That's cool. So
You didn't ask a question about Haywire, huh? Zach?
I did not, but I'm going to ask another comic book question. It's toy related.
Oh my god.
So Marvel would put out a lot of toy related comic books, correct?
Correct.
And this one only made it. This one made it to issue 20. It was canceled in May by Marvel. But I want you to tell me the name of this toy line. The tagline was, "They came from inner space." What was the name of this toy line produced by Mego?
Is this me or Dustin?
This is for Corey.
Micronauts.
Correct.
Whoa.
Micronauts.
it?
They came from inner space.
Oh wow. I think that's it.
Did I
I
win?
think Corey won.
You just won, little Corey Dory.
Congratulations. I really need that song, man. The
And so, like in the Marvel comics, I win a Noah Award, right?
You did, yeah, and actually, what he needs
Wow.
is the music from A Price Is Right. Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun, dun,
exactly.
dun, dun,
Dustin, would you have gotten that one out of
The Price is Right
curiosity?
winning. No. No,
I would have given
not.
Dustin a multiple guess.
No, I would not.
Okay.
So you get the live demo of Jim Walker's Something
That's
to
what
Remember
you
Me By.
win. Not only do you win that, Corey, but you advance to our next round,
Yep.
where we'll be pitting you against another patron member. So if you
But Sylvia.
It could, Sylvia hasn't even commented on anything yet. So when she does,
She's leaving. right
Zach
away.
has gone through and liked all of her Instagram posts.
I
so
did
don't worry.
not.
He liked all of it. He's got all of her hobbies. It's totally a normal.
I have a feeling it's
normal thing.
the Paul London rub. If you guys are wondering, professional wrestler, actor, superstar Paul London has joined $2 late fee. He's doing territory marks with myself. We'll have to get him on the show. He did Tales from the Video Store this month. So all you patrons are going to hear an exclusive, nice hour-long episode with Paul London about video store days. He talks about his love of horror films, his love of a lot of the stuff we talk about on Podcasting After Dark with Corey, actually. So, in fact, there's some crossover there, which is really neat. And Paul has a really great knowledge of those titles back in the day that he used to love to rent.
He does have knowledge.
Yeah, it's a fun episode. It's definitely a fun episode. And in a matter of days, depending on when you're listening to this, we'll be dropping our Cobra episode, focusing more on the soundtrack than the actual movie itself. And as Dustin is listening to the rough edit I just sent him, it deviates. It goes all over the place. So we reference
a
one
big
of my
digression.
favorite movies, actually.
The Warriors?
Nope, Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights.
There is a
It's one of the
connection.
two.
There is a connection with Cobra and Boogie Nights. I'll
Oh,
leave it at that.
okay.
It's a fun connection.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah. So that'll be dropping soon, and then Patreon members, who our featured guest will be for June, all that good stuff. Gosh, we got a lot of stuff going on. Before we got on the air, Corey, Dustin, and I were just talking about the crossover episode that will be happening later this year between Podcasting After Dark and $2 late fee. It's a lot of fun. It is a movie pick that you would never expect.
And if you're new to either of these shows, the previous crossover episodes we have done was The Wraith, and then we did Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man.
Yeah, I believe my pick was The Wraith. Corey's pick was Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man, which he could not say at the time.
Nope.
And then
Marlboro
Dustin,
Man.
Dustin will be
Marlboro
choosing.
Man.
Dustin will be choosing the next pick. So for everyone listening, go check out Podcasting After Dark. Go check out Podcasting After Dark's Patreon page, all that good stuff. If you've never heard of Podcasting After Dark, go sign up. At least go sign up to the podcast on Apple or Spotify.
If you've never heard of it, sign up to the Patreon.
It's good
At least,
stuff.
At the
Good
very least, just give us money. Yeah,
Well, everybody
And then
on
learn
here
about
gave
it.
us money.
and then learn about it.
And thank you for keeping the lights on at the $2 late fee video store while these two jokesters over here are goofing on my questions.
I loved your questions, buddy.
They were great.
Questions.
They were great, and it was a bit of a dramatic thing. I don't know if you guys were. I mean, Corey was definitely experiencing this, but like when you were listing the comics, you were like, The Thing, Fantastic Four. Like there was a lot of pause between it.
I lost the page. I lost the page.
And I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's exciting.
My Butterfingers lost the page, so that's why I had to scroll.
It's good stuff. No, and you. I mean, that was a lot of questions that you went through tonight. A lot of questions to get.
Yeah, sorry about that, buddy.
No, I had the questions. So if anyone's wondering, next month we will not be doing What Do Patrons Know. We'll be doing Does Zach Like This? So every other month we switch it up to make it a little bit more interesting. So next month will be Does Zach Like This? Our featured guest for next month, we're actually covering a lot of different movies for this guest. We're not doing one specific movie. So that's going to be an interesting episode for Dustin to do. Because typically Dustin would like choose the year. We did 1986 was the last one we did.
Right.
And you guys can come on the show. You can tag team with me. You can team up with me against Dustin.
Right. It's
to
not
see if I like this.
Right. It's not a one-on-one.
No, it's basically like helping me out, I guess.
Right. Which is Corey. When Corey helped me out the last time, that was the last time I won.
That's true, actually. And Corey's holding back right now because I say tag team, and he's like, I really want to say something funny, but I'm not going to.
All ages show, all ages.
Corey and I are going to be recording Alligator. That's going to be our
night.
upcoming episode for Podcasting After Dark, where we break down movies scene by scene. And, well, that covers it for the month of May. Hey, everybody, it's almost June. It's my birthday month next month.
Good work, everybody. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Early birthday, buddy.
Thank you. And happy Magnus Day and and happy Back to the Future 88 miles per hour hat.
There it is.
Hopefully more than Dustin knows.
See you guys next time.
Patreons, what do you know? Hopefully more than Dustin